Hello everyone, my name is Victoria Adaobute and welcome to another edition of Having a Chat with Parents. Last time we started the series on understanding children's behavior and we discussed at length or briefly on factors that will lead to some of these behaviors in children. I hope we shared the last video. I hope we watched again, and I hope we were able to resonate. I hope we are also able to think outside the box and think of other reasons why our children behave the way they do. Now today we'll be looking at some of these behaviors children exhibit, why they behave that way, and what we can do as parents, as teachers, and as caregivers in order to suppress these behaviors. First off, we discussed the last time that children are very, very emotional in their behavior. They are yet to understand, they are yet to connect between logic and emotions. They are yet to differentiate that. So we are the guide, we are the those in charge of making these children to the right path, to the path of logic. Now, children exhibit different behaviors, like I mentioned, and the first one we're going to look at today is withdrawal behavior. We have withdrawal patterns in our children. Most times, this particular pattern is common with teenagers. Yes, with teenagers. A lot of us, secondary school teachers, upper primary teachers, parents to teenagers can testify that sometimes our children want to withdraw, not because we did anything wrong, not because they did anything wrong, but sometimes they are beginning to experience some sort of difference, in their body system, things happening around them and all of that. And if we begin to scold and hit and all of that, we are pushing the children further away from us. How do we handle this? We learn to make ourselves very, very open to these children. We discuss with them, we express concerns. We don't really mount pressure on why they are withdrawing, but we bring ourselves close to them because we know what we want from them. We make ourselves their friends. We bring ourselves very close to being friends with these children, and in so doing, our children are able to confide in us whatever fears they may have. And if there is any particular thing that they may be suffering outside, they'll be able to express it to us. Sometimes it may be bullying, sometimes they're not even doing well academically. But if we are able to have that conversation with them, if you're able to let them know that this is not a perfect world, we went through this stage with they are in currently, they'll be able to feel very free conversing with us, expressing themselves with us, and telling us how they feel. Another part we're going to look at is regression. Sometimes we feel or we see our children regress in the sense that they act younger than their age. Either they bedwet, they begin to get clingy and all of that. Sometimes it's as a result of these children. Sometimes they see their younger ones, the way we cling onto the younger ones, and they feel we are giving attention to the younger ones, and so they want that attention. So it's our duty to let them know that you, the child, is growing. You are growing, and so you need to exhibit a different level of maturity. What you're doing is way out of what you should be doing. At your age, this is what I expect you to do. Bedwetting is actually wrong. You should not be doing this. Though we know that sometimes it is genetic, it is biological, it could be as a result of the weather. Sometimes the weather gets cold and children may tend to find it difficult waking up at night to use the restroom. Sometimes it's also as a result of too much play. Yes, and then they sleep very deep, or they imagine themselves using the restroom in their sleep, and eventually. But it is left for us as parents to let them know that this behavior you're exhibiting is way below your children, especially younger children, toddlers, age 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, then they begin to tell a lot of lies. It's not because the child is bad, but they are scared of being punished. So it's left for us to encourage them to tell the truth. Either ways, you do anything, learn to tell the truth. Nobody is going to crucify you. Nobody is going to punish you for whatever you're doing. So we should learn to encourage our children. Another one is the children being confrontational towards. They tend to be what we call stubborn. They tend to be opposed to what we do. Again, this is common with teenagers and preteens. So it's left for us to be firm. Yes, I'm not saying we should be very strict, but be firm. Be firm in the sense that they know that there are consequences to these actions. There are consequences. I'm not saying there should be dire punishments given to these children, but they should know that there are consequences. In the world that you live in, you cannot just be rude, you cannot just be stubborn, you cannot just be a complainant anywhere you go to. You should learn to express yourself in a civil way, be respectful, follow the rules and regulations of any society, any climate you find yourself. Rules are the basics of life. Even in the home, there are rules. So you don't conform to them, but rather let them conform to the rules. You don't force them. We parents often mistake being firm with children with forcing them, but you let them know that this is not tolerated. And again, hyperactivity. Some children are really, really hyperactive. They are very, very hyperactive, and most times we find this in children with attention disorders. Well, what I do and what has worked for me, and I've advised a lot of colleagues, a lot of parents in my niche, is get these children involved, give them mind activities, problem solving tasks that will make them think of solving problems. You can give them tasks, you can give them sorting, you can give them separation activities, you can give them riddles, you can give them clues, you can give them a lot of activities, you can give them puzzles to solve, you can give them you can ask them to write. Children, hyperactive children, are actually gifted in writing, in acting, and in a lot of activities. So channel their energy to these strengths that they have. Since they are energetic, channel their activity, channel their strength to doing chores, to helping, to cleaning, to sorting, to puzzles, to solving a lot of problems. And we will discover that these children are able to. So we find children hitting. They hit, they bite, they fight. What to do in that aspect? You also learn to be firm and tell the child that there are consequences to this action, and also proffer solutions. Let the child know that there are different ways of handling this kind of issues. You don't have to hit, you don't have to fight, you don't have to bite. Things like this, you can only do them when you're defending yourself against criminals and all of that, and not when you're with your peers, with your family, or with your friends. There are different ways of handling situations other than hitting. And when you hit and someone gets hurt, people will run away from you. People will not want to have anything to do with you. People will avoid you, and you wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want that for yourself. Even you as a parent, if people begin to avoid your child, you will not be happy. I know children that people have refused to invite to parties, and they will tell you that this child is this child is the last time he came he did this and all of that. So you wouldn't want that. Even as a parent, you will not be happy this is happening around you. Well, these are some of the these are thoughts from me. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you want to add? Let us discuss. We are parents. Use the comment section, and I hope you have shared our videos in the past, and I hope you will share the videos. Don't forget to follow us on all platforms. See you next time, where we'll have the concluding series on this particular topic, child behavior.